Today's project is installing a high water bilge alarm. So what is it? Basically, it's just a float and a noise emitting speaker to let you know that the water is higher in the bilge. Wow, this thing's tough to open. Higher in the bilge than what the float is. So all depends on where you put it, how much water you get in your bilge. So the float is sheltered, so nothing can get on top of it or prevent it from working. You see it's got this little case over it and a little float switch. Just floats up when the water gets that high. And it's got a little test button right here that you can manually operate it. Give you a little better look at it. Right there. Test it. Curious as to what the sound is. And it's got a visual alarm, got a little light on it, and a speaker. So we're going to install this in the bilge. You can see we've got some supplies stored in here now that we got it clean. Our bilge pump is down here, and that's the normal water level. So we're going to put it on this side of this strut that strengthens the boat, so sloshing water won't activate it while we're sailing. And there's plenty of room right in this spot right here. And we'll run the wires up under here. And this is where our water pump is, under our sink cabinet, so there's plenty of room. And put the speaker up in here somewhere. And the goal of this is, while we're sailing or while we're sleeping, and there's no one down here paying attention, should we experience a leak and water gets up to that level, it'll sound an alarm, wake us up or alert us from the helm, and we can start addressing the leak system or leak problem before the water's knee deep and the boat is sinking. So let's do a little work here and we'll show you how we're doing it. Let's take a measurement inside the cabinet here. We want to get up to where we don't hit into these hoses or anything, and we've got a little bit of clearance, so we'll come up a little bit over 12 inches. This is, we'll move it up a tad, up above 12 inches so we don't nick any of them hoses, and let's drill the hole. Okay, we got to tighten up the fix on the bit, and then we'll finish it. And let's finish it. Let's take a look. Still there. There's a layer of it. Let's remove that and continue drilling. And we're in. And of course, the cleanup. Didn't spend all that time cleaning the bilge to let it get messy again. Now let's extend the pigtail on the alarm, and we'll use crimp connectors, put a little silicone grease on them, prevent corrosion, and make the tail quite long so we can drop it here, from here through the floor over to the switch, and not have to reach in here and try and make electrical connections. So we got the high water alarm mounted, and see the wiring comes down from the cabinet. I've got a little bit here to work with. I've got the switch mounted and it works. So let's wire this into the bilge pump circuit. And we're wired up. The juice comes off of the bilge pump circuit, goes in the switch, out of the switch, up to the alarm, and then down off the alarm to a ground circuit. So let's give it a test. We'll trigger the switch. Bingo! It works. So there we go. Bilge alarm installed.